Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GH Uni Application Tips. So over the week, the University of Ghana officially advertised their undergraduate application for the 2020-2021 academic year, and what I'm going to do is to break down their application process step by step so you have a better understanding to be able to apply successfully and gain admission to the premier university in Ghana. So what we are going to do is to be looking at some of the things you must be aware of before and after you apply to the University of Ghana this year. As I indicated earlier, my video is to educate prospective applicants regarding the University of Ghana admission process, the entry requirements, and the cut-off points that you need in order to gain admission. This video is also going to help applicants avoid making common mistakes when applying, such as providing the wrong details and also applying for the wrong programs into the university. Applicants also apply with very high ambitions, such as choosing competitive programs with a low aggregate. What this means is, for instance, when an applicant has aggregate 20 and applies for a program like medicine or law, you realize medicine and law are very competitive programs. So if you have aggregate 20 and you apply for these programs, you don't stand a chance of gaining admission. Choosing competitive programs in all three choices. This is where an applicant has three choices of choosing his or her programs and decides to select competitive courses for all the three choices. For instance, when he takes medicine as his first choice, his second choice he decides to take pharmacy, and his third choice he decides to take nursing. These are all competitive programs and you don't take them as your second or your third choice. Applicants involving other third-party individuals such as school teachers, middlemen, cafe attendants, and university staff. I want to encourage applicants to deem it upon themselves to visit the official University of Ghana website and read about the application process and not put the application at risk to these individuals, because they are likely to mess up your application by providing the wrong details when applying for you, because you should be mindful that you are not the only person they are applying for. They are applying for a whole lot of individuals, so they are likely to mix up your details with other applicant details. You should also avoid approaching unknown university staff who promises to get you admission at a fee whatsoever. So be mindful of university staffs that approach you or you approaching them to help you gain admission at a fee. Projected applicants to the University of Ghana is set to double this year, 2020, due to the free SHS initiative by the government. Last year, the University of Ghana received over 40,000 undergraduate applications, and this year it's likely to double to 50,000 or 60,000. So as a prospective applicant, you should be mindful of the kind of programs you apply for. What you qualify for, that is what you should apply for. So we are going to look at the minimum entry requirements to qualify you for a degree program at the University of Ghana, and it says you need at least a credit pass grade C6 in all your core subjects and any 3 elective subjects to read a bachelor's degree program. What this means is that your core subjects, be it your English, your mathematics, your integrated science, and your social studies, you need at least a C6 in all your core subjects and any of your 3 electives, which is also a C6, to read any bachelor's degree program at the University of Ghana. So what this means is the university does not take D7. If you have a D7 in your core subjects, automatically you are disqualified. If you have a D7 in your elective subjects and you have credit passes, at least credit passes in 3 of the elective subjects, for the degree program, your aggregate should not be more than 24 for regular based and 30 for distance based. What this means is that your aggregate, if it's within aggregate 6 to 24, you qualify to do any regular based program in the University of Ghana. And if it is more than 24 to 30, you qualify for a distance-based program. And the difference between the regular based and the distance based is that the regular based, you attend lectures on weekdays, that is Monday to Friday, whilst distance based you attend lectures on weekends, that is Saturdays and Sundays at the Accra City campus or any regional learning center in Ghana. However, science-related program uses integrated science, while art-related program uses social studies to calculate the final aggregate with both core maths and English. So what this means is when you are applying for a science-based related program such as nursing, midwifery, the University of Ghana will take your integrated science rather than your social studies to calculate your aggregate. Whilst when you are applying for an art-based related program such as Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Law, Bachelor of Arts in Education, the University of Ghana is going to use your social studies, your English, and your core mathematics, as well as any three of your electives. To read a diploma program, you need at least a D7 in your English and core mathematics with 4 other credit passes. So your English and your core mathematics, you need at least a D7 as well as 4 other credit passes, be it your core subjects or your elective subjects. And a credit pass meaning you need at least a C6 in 4 other subjects. So we are going to look at how the University of Ghana interprets its grades, be it WASSCE or SSSCE, and their equivalent values. So let's look at how University of Ghana interprets its WASSCE results. A1 means the value of 1, B2 means the value of 2, B3 means the value of 3, C4 means the value of 4, C5 means the value of 5, C6 means the value of 6. However, I indicated earlier on that University of Ghana does not accept D7, E8 or F9 whatsoever for any degree program. So let's look at the interpretation of the SSSCE results and the values attached. So A is valued as 1, B is valued as 2, C is valued as 3, D is valued as 4. The University of Ghana does not accept E and F, so you should also take note of this if you are applying with your SSSCE results. So based on this, you should be mindful that the University of Ghana does not accept D7, E8 or F9 for any admission purposes. University of Ghana interpretation of WAEC results. So we are going to look at how to calculate the aggregate for your WASSCE or SSSCE results when you are applying for a science-based related program or when you are applying for a non-science-based related program. So this is an example of a WAEC results, and if you look closely at it, social studies is B2, English is C6, core mathematics is C4, integrated science is B3, information communication technology is C5, general knowledge and arts A1, graphic design B3, leather work A1. So this is an example of a visual art student. So assuming the visual art student is applying for a science-based related program such as IT, the University of Ghana is going to take his English, his core mathematics, and his integrated science, as well as 3 of his best electives. So when you add this up, his aggregate is going to be aggregate 18 when he's applying for a science-based related program. But when he's applying for an art-based related program such as Bachelor of Arts, maybe he wants to do political science, sociology, information studies, or something else which is art related, the University of Ghana is going to take his social studies, his English, and his mathematics, as well as any of his 3 elective subjects. So when you add this up, his aggregate is aggregate 17. So moving on to the next result slip, this candidate attained a B2 in social studies, a C4 in English, a B3 in core mathematics, a B3 in integrated science, an E8 in elective mathematics, a C4 in biology, and a C6 in physics. So assuming he is applying for a science-based related program, the University of Ghana is going to use his English, his core mathematics, and his integrated science, and his 3 elective subjects, which is biology, physics, and chemistry. The University of Ghana is not going to take the E8 in elective mathematics because it's not a credit pass. So when you add up this, it sums up to aggregate 26 for a science-based related program. And when he is also applying for an arts-based related program, it's going to end up with aggregate 25. However, I indicated earlier on in my presentation that if you have an aggregate of 24 or more, you only qualify for distance education. So this candidate qualifies for a distance education program which is going to be held on weekends at any of the regional learning centers. He does not qualify for regular base because the regular base ends at aggregate 24. Cutoff point for various programs. The cutoff point for various programs varies from year after year. What this means is that cutoff point is not fixed. It varies from year after year. Each academic year, the University of Ghana sets new cutoff point, and this cutoff point, it's normally determined by an academic board. They sit together to assess the performance of WASSCE applicants and set these new cutoff points. It is normally determined by the university board based on the performance of the WASSCE May-June results when released. So when WAEC releases its results, the board sits down to set its new cutoff points for all the various programs which is being offered at the University of Ghana. Every program has its cutoff point and requirements. What this means is a program like Bachelor of Arts has its cutoff point and the requirements you need to pursue such program. Fee paying also has its cutoff points. So for instance, Bachelor of Arts last year, the cutoff point was aggregate 15 for males, 16 for females, and that of fee paying, the cutoff point was aggregate 22. So meaning if you attain an aggregate of 23 or 24, you don't qualify for the fee paying cutoff point because the fee paying cutoff point was set at 22 for Bachelor of Arts last academic year. Some program favors affirmative action policy, and this policy is to encourage female education in the university. So for instance, if you take a program like Bachelor of Arts, the cutoff point for Bachelor of Arts last year was 15 for males and 16 for females. So the affirmative action policy works with the Bachelor of Arts where 1 point is added to the females, so they stand a chance of meeting the cutoff point. Cutoff points may change if you place a competitive program as your second or third choice. So for instance, if you place a program like biological science or information technology as your second or third choice, the cutoff point is likely to change because large number of applicants who apply for this program as their first choice, so they are going to be given the preference ahead of you. Selection of program choices. Programs must be selected in order of preference from the very competitive courses to the less competitive courses. So what this means is that you should not select competitive programs in all your three choices. You should use the cutoff points to serve as a guide. So for instance, a mistake an applicant should avoid is selecting programs like medicine as your first choice, then your second choice you take a program like dentistry, and your third choice you take a program like medical laboratory sciences. All these programs, they are all first choice programs, thus they are highly competitive programs. So you should avoid taking your programs like that. You make sure you select programs that are highly competitive as your first choice and less competitive as your second and third choice, so you stand a chance of attaining admission. Some program requires specific background electives. So a program like biological sciences, you need chemistry, biology, and either physics or elective mathematics. So if you are a general arts student, you cannot apply for biological sciences. If you are a home economics student, you cannot apply for biological sciences because you don't have chemistry. Some programs are also open to all background backgrounds: law, Bachelor of Science in Administration, Bachelor of Arts. Any background at all can apply for these programs. A program like nursing, a program like midwifery is also open to all backgrounds. You can also apply for this program. A program like Bachelor of Fine Art requires you attend an audition before gaining admission. So Bachelor of Fine Art involves music, dance, theater art. So you have to attend an audition where you are likely to either perform a play, dance, sing, so you are able to convince the panel to add you to their list for gaining admission. Some programs in the College of Health Sciences also requires you to write entrance exams or attend an interview before admission. So the programs in the College of Health Sciences, they are so competitive that you have to go through a screening process, such as writing entrance exams and attending interviews before the university will offer you admission. Exam settings and results. The University of Ghana takes a total of 3 sittings. So what this means is that the University of Ghana allows a total of 3 WASSCE sittings, be it May, June, or NOVDEC, or both the May, June, and NOVDEC. The university allows you to add all these results when you are applying. Accept all past WASSCE and SSSCE results. So what this means is, if you wrote your WASSCE back in 2015 and you wrote your WASSCE in 2019 and you are an awaiting student coming to write WASSCE, the University of Ghana will accept your past results, including the awaiting you are about to write. As I indicated, the University of Ghana accepts a combination of your May-June results as well as your NOVDEC results. The University of Ghana accepts a combination of WASSCE and SSSCE results. So if you have WASSCE results and SSSCE, you can apply with both results. Awaiting candidates can indicate their past WASSCE SSSCE results if they have. So if you are an awaiting candidate, you are writing this year and you have past results, maybe you wrote NOVDEC back in 2018 or 2019 or the past years, you can add your NOVDEC results as well as your awaiting results. But with the issue of the awaiting results, because the results are not in, you indicate your index number, so the university will go and fetch that data from WAEC. So with the University of Ghana application, there is no need to enter your grades or scan your results to upload. You don't have to scan your results and upload it when you are applying. The University of Ghana has its own way of getting your results. Application errors: applying with wrong information details. So when you visit the University of Ghana application portal, you should make sure you enter the right details, such as your name, your contact information, and your examination results. This is to enable the University of Ghana process your application successfully. Biographical data. Name should be the same as the results slip. So what this means is that whatever name you use on your WASSCE results slip should be the same name when applying online to the university. In case you change your name or add an additional name, you have to officially write a letter to WAEC so they update your records. Address information. You should always make sure to provide the correct address information, contact information. Prospective applicants should always do well to provide their personal contact information, such as their phone numbers, their email address, and this contact details should be very active, because when you gain admission successfully, you'll be contacted with the details you provided. Wrong WAEC index number. And this is a very serious issue, because your admission to the University of Ghana will be affected if you provide a wrong index number. So you should always make sure to cross-check your index number, such as the year of exams, the month, whether May, June, or NOVDEC, so your application can be processed successfully. Wrong exam type: May, June, or NOVDEC. So as indicated, you should always make sure the month of exams is correctly stated. If it's a May, June, or a private exams, that is NOVDEC. Incomplete application. So you should always make sure all the sections in the application portal is ticked completed. And these sections are the biographical data, the entry information, the educational background, the program choices, and the passport picture. And always do well to print a proof of application for future reference, or this is to show an evidence that you have applied to the University of Ghana. Misplaced serial numbers and PIN numbers. Prospective applicants should do well to keep their serial numbers and PIN numbers either by storing it in your contact information, your diary, or your email, because when you get admission you will need these same details to download your admission letter. WAEC regulations. Withheld results from WAEC can also affect your admission. So if a subject is withheld as a result of alleged examination malpractices, your admission to the University of Ghana may be affected as well. Know the credibility of your school or any remedial school. So whether a remedial school has ever experienced cancellation of results for a particular badge of examination candidate, and also knowing their WASSCE performance over the years is also helpful. Avoiding any form of examination malpractice, such as taking unwanted materials to the examination hall, helping each other during WAEC examination. This you should always try to avoid. Comply with all rules and regulations from WAEC. You should always do well to abide by the rules and regulations of WAEC before and after your examinations. Owing of school fees. You should always make sure to settle all arrears regarding the fees in your school to enable WAEC release your results. Disciplinary problems in your school. WAEC can also freeze your results if the school reports to them that you have disciplinary issues. So you should be mindful of this as well. Admissions list. Successful applicants will receive a text message based on the contact details they provided. If not, they should check their status on the official University of Ghana website. Download your provisional admission letter by entering your serial number and your PIN number. Read carefully the instructions on your admission letter, and when duly satisfied, you can make payments of your fees at the bank. After making the payment, be checking from the university website for any new announcements regarding accommodation, orientation, registration, matriculation, and lectures. So the University of Ghana will update you when to book for accommodation, the dates for orientation, matriculation, and when you are going to begin your lectures. So you may also visit the link down below, apply.ug.edu/admissions2020/admissions status. When you are successful, you will be able to download your admission letter using this link below. Application deadlines. Application begins in the month of January 2020 and ends in June 2020. However, the university will give applicants some grace period to review and make changes when WAEC releases its May-June results before the portal is finally closed. So what this means is when your results is released and you calculate your aggregates, which I have showed you how to do the calculations. If you applied for a program you did not qualify for, it is a must to make the required changes in order to stand a chance of gaining admission. And please use last year's cutoff points as a guide. Applicants are therefore advised to take this advantage to make changes with respect to a program they duly qualify for. After making changes, applicants must lastly review their application, cross-check their biodata and WAEC index numbers, months, and year of examination before final submission. Purchase of E-VOUCHERS, and it's being sold at 200 Ghana cedis. So the banks you can purchase your E-VOUCHER is Ghana Commercial Bank, Consolidated Bank of Ghana, Cobank, Republic Bank, Agricultural Development Bank, Zenith Bank, Universal Merchant Bank. Enquiries. Visit the University of Ghana's official website, that is www.ug.edu.gh/admissions/under undergraduate for any information needed. You may also visit the admissions office, room D19 at the registry only. Working hours is from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. from Monday to Friday. You may also write an email to the admissions unit, and the email is admissions@ug.edu.gh if you need any further assistance. These are also contact numbers provided, so if you need any form of enquiry, you may contact these lines: 02439850001, 02609500170, 0200480334, 02004800431. So I want to thank all my viewers for watching this video. In my next videos, I'm going to present to you by colleges the program, the University of Ghana offers, their entry requirements, and its cutoff point. So please, it's very important to stay tuned by subscribing to my channel, liking my videos, putting down comments and asking questions as well, and clicking on the notification bell, and most importantly, sharing to friends, relatives who will be applying this year. Thank you, and see you in my next video.